Hi everyone, welcome to Honey's Kitchen. Today I'm going to teach you how I make my super moist inside and crispy on the outside fried chicken with homemade gravy and mashed potato. So let's get started. So the first step that we're gonna do is brining. Brining helps the chicken moist on the inside. To do that, I put a liter of water, a cup of rock salt, two tablespoons of sugar, garlic cloves, bay leaves, and peppercorns. And then I also put lemon and whatever spices that you like to put, you can put it. You can put rosemary and any spices that you like to put when you brine the chicken. Don't worry about there's lots of salt because after that we will rinse the chicken properly. The best way to brine your chicken, the best time is do it overnight, or if you don't have much time, you can do it 4 to 6 hours. I'm only making like a quarter of the chicken, so if you do more, so you can adjust also, you can add more to your brining solution. So you just boil this one, simmer it, and then turn the heat off. We will let it cool down, and then we will brine the chicken. After you cool down the brine solution that you boil, you put a cold water or an ice cube on the bowl that where you're gonna brine your chicken. So I use ice cube, and then you're gonna mix it together. And then you soak your chicken. Today I'm not doing this overnight because I don't have time and we need to eat this later this afternoon. So I will just brine it for about 6 hours. And that's it. And then you can put it inside your fridge and let it sit for 6 hours or overnight. For our breading mix, I make my own. So I start with cornstarch. I put garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and a little bit of salt. That's it. You're gonna try it. You don't like to buy the premix breading powder. Before I used to buy the premix, but when I discovered this one, oh, you will see what we're gonna do. It's so easy. Okay? After that, so after brining for 6 hours, you wash it properly to take out the salt from the brine solution, and make sure you washed it, because sometimes inside the skin the peppercorns are stuck in it. And then you're gonna pat dry. Remove all the excess water from your chicken. Make sure it's really dry, and then you put it on your breading mix. After that, you're gonna coat your chicken properly with your breading mix that we prepared earlier. Make sure you put everything. You coat all your chicken properly. And while I'm doing this, I prepared a deep pan and I preheated my oil, and we're gonna wait it until the temperature will reach 350 degrees. See, I want the chicken extra crispy, so if the skin is like this, I inserted some breading. I even open a little bit so I can put the breading mix underneath the skin. And before you dip it in the oil, you have to shake it to remove the excess breading mix in it. So it's so important to, when you love to cook, it's so important to have like this to determine the right temperature. We will make sure it's 350 degrees. Okay, so it's more than 350 degrees, so I lower the heat a little bit. And then you're gonna start to put your chicken. Skin down. And start putting your chicken. Be careful when you do this process. Do not overcrowd your pan, because you cannot achieve the crispiness that you wanted on your chicken. So I think that's it. I think I'll just put a 3. That's enough for me. I think I can put one more, so I'm gonna put the little piece I put drumstick. Alright, and then we will wait until our chicken is cooked. So every now and then you're gonna check if it's a little bit brown, golden brown, then you're gonna flip it to the other side. Oh, look at that. You see that? See, it's really nice not to overcrowd the pan. so the chicken can breathe and we can achieve the proper crispiness of it. So you prepare a paper towel so where you're gonna put your cooked fried chicken so it will absorb the excess fat from the chicken, the excess oil I mean. So $1 million question. Guess what? How will you know that it's cooked? You're gonna find where to poke it and then poke it a little bit, okay, and then you press it. If there's no blood coming out, it means your chicken is cooked. So this is already cooked. You will notice also that the oil becomes quiet. So, but that means it's cooked, but you have to make sure that it's really cooked. So do what I did, just poke it. Then we're gonna put another batch, skin down again. Make sure you do not put a lot of oil. You don't want to overflow your oil. So use a deep pan, and then, as I've said earlier, do not overcrowd it. So even my pan is so big, I only put 4 each batch of frying. And it's good to let your cooked chicken breathe for a while. And when it's a little bit later on, the skin will become crispier. The best match for the fried chicken is the mashed potato. Now we will make the mashed potato. Soak it with water and set it for a few minutes to remove the excess starch from the potato. So after soaking the potato for a few minutes, I drain the water, rinse it one more, and then get a fresh water on your pot and boil your potato. Boil it in a high heat until your potato is soft and tender. So while waiting for the potato to boil, let's do our gravy. For the gravy, you're gonna start with butter. Put your heat in a medium heat. You melt your butter. It's about like just a tablespoon of butter. And then a tablespoon of flour, and then you cook it. Make sure you adjust your heat that you will not burn your flour. And you're gonna cook it properly so there's no flour taste in your gravy. So when it's like a golden nice brown and the nice smell of the flour, so that's cooked. And then you add your mushroom. You can use cream of mushroom, but I use the whole mushroom and then I just grind it in the food processor. One teaspoon of seasoning. You can just use a beef seasoning or any other seasoning. And then you add cream. When it's still a little bit thick, add more cream to your gravy. A little bit of pepper. And since I'm using a white mushroom, so my gravy is white, so I have to add a little bit of, soya sauce, just to give a little bit color. Taste it. I make a lot of gravy because I like to pour the gravy not only in my mashed potato, I like to pour it on top of my chicken. Why not, diba? But an idea, it's so good, guys. It's not salty yet, so I want to add a little bit more of my soya sauce and to give it a little bit more color. Be careful when adding it. You don't want your gravy to be so salty. Okay, when it's almost done, drop again another 2 tablespoons of butter. Yes, I love butter. Use butter, not vegetable butter spread. It has different flavor. Let the butter melt and we're done. So easy. That's how I make my gravy. Taste it again. You just sit it aside and you can heat it a little bit later when you serve it. After boiling the potato, just push your fork in the potato and you will know that it's all ready. You drain the water and then put a very low heat and then you drop butter and a little bit of milk. A dash of salt, just a little bit. And then mash your potato. I didn't learn to make mashed potato until I came here to Canada because we love our rice. But I love to eat mashed potato, but only in restaurant, and we never tried to make it at home. So when I come here, of course, how we love our rice, that's how they love their mashed potato. So I started to learn how to make their mashed potato. Some people like a little bit chunky with their mashed potato, so you can leave it until here. But if you want to make it a little bit softer, so you mashed it more. You can make this once in a while. I think potatoes are expensive in the Philippines, but try it once in a while. You're gonna love it. You don't have to put a lot of salt, just that enough that I put like about a quarter teaspoon. It depends how much you make, because anyway you will have the gravy, so the gravy will gonna there you go. And then we will put this in the plate. Easy. So here are our finished product. You can tell that it's crispy. You hear that? So this is our crispy fried chicken with mashed potato and homemade gravy. Try it at home. It's so easy and simple, and let me know how it turns out. Comment on the comment section below, and thank you for watching. Have a good day and hope to see you on my next video. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.